This afternoon, Uganda's President Museveni hosted Ruto and Raila at his Kisozi farm in Uganda, after which Ruto and Museveni, taking to their social media accounts, shared out some posts. In this video, I want us to have a look at the posts, after which I'll explain what the meeting means politically and the main objective of that meeting. Yoweri K. Museveni, I was happy to meet President Ruto and Right Honorable Odinga this afternoon at my farm in Kisozi. We discussed issues of mutual interest between our two countries and the East African community. I welcome them. And then you see Museveni shared out those photos. On his part, Ruto had this to say: William Samoei Ruto, Kenya and Uganda are committed to the deepening of the long-established diplomatic and economic ties between our two countries. This relationship includes bringing all the 7 East African community nations closer in their ultimate goal to form the East African Political Federation. Had the pleasure of meeting President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at his Kisozi country home in Uganda. We discussed critical issues that affect our two countries, such as energy and petroleum. Also discussed was the declared candidacy of Kenya's former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, for the African Union Commission chairmanship. And then Ruto shared out those photos. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand what's going on here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Let me start by saying this. The main aim and objective of this meeting this afternoon is to push for Raila Odinga's candidature for the African Union Commission's chair. That's why these 3 leaders met today in Uganda. I believe that this is just the beginning of the mobilization. I'm seeing Raila Odinga, Ruto, and Museveni, who are very keen to, first of all, mobilize the 7 East African countries. They want to mobilize that bloc to vote for Raila Odinga. We know that if all the 7 East African countries can vote for Raila Odinga, then that can be a head start for Raila in his quest to clinch that seat of African Union Commission's chair. So this meeting, in my honest opinion, the main objective was to start or to plan on how they are going to market and sell Raila Odinga. And William Ruto has made it very clear that we also discussed was the declared candidacy of Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga for the African Union Commission chairmanship. I believe that's the main reason why these 3 leaders met today. The second reason for this meeting, if you see the presence of Raila Odinga in that meeting, as much as Raila Odinga was also there, maybe to persuade Museveni, he was also there as a broker to broker a truce between William Ruto and Museveni. We know that in the recent months, the relationship between Ruto and our East African partners have not been very good. And especially for Uganda, this issue of petroleum. We have seen Uganda going the Tanzania route. So the presence of Raila Odinga in that meeting was also to broker some truce between Ruto and Museveni to see if Kenya and Uganda can actually trade the way they've been doing as far as petroleum products are concerned. So Raila was there also as a broker. I believe those are the two main reasons why these leaders met today, to push for Raila's candidature and to broker a truce between Ruto and Museveni. And nobody knows, tomorrow we might see these leaders again going to Tanzania, Rwanda, Southern Sudan. We are going to see them maybe crisscrossing East African countries. The main aim is to mobilize support for Raila Odinga and to broker some truce between Ruto and these East African leaders. And Raila's presence there is very vital for that peace, to bring Ruto together with these East African leaders. These leaders are seeing him as somebody who has been very disparate, very loud to please the Western superpowers. The meeting also confirms that William Ruto is now fully behind Raila Odinga's candidature. He is fully behind Raila Odinga's candidature. And this also puts to rest this notion that Museveni was maybe supporting somebody else. Because in the past few weeks, we've been hearing of all sorts of rumors that Museveni and these other East African countries had already settled on a candidate. I think this, in a way, puts to rest that kind of a discussion. The race is still open, and Raila is coming out as the first amongst equal. We've not seen any person or any leader in East Africa starting the campaigns. Raila is actually the first to start such kinds of mobilization. What does this portend for Ruto supporters in the country? We know that some individuals in Kenya voted for William Ruto to send Raila Odinga to Bondo. And when they were voting for William Ruto, they knew he was going to send Raila Odinga to Bondo. Right now, William Ruto aims at sending Raila Odinga to Addis Ababa as the African Union Commission's chair, in that Raila Odinga is going to be the CEO of Africa. So this should be a lesson to Kenyans who vote out of hate for maybe a leader. Don't vote out of hate. Vote for a leader who can deliver. Don't just vote for a leader because you hate another leader. Look at a leader's track record and vote for that leader based on his or her track record. This is a very big blow to those who voted for Ruto thinking he was going to send Raila Odinga to Bondo. Raila here and William Ruto are together. And if things maybe continues, nobody knows how the future will unfold. That should be a lesson and a warning to Kenyans who always vote based on hate. As I conclude, yesterday we saw David Murathe also coming out clear to explain that Uhuru Kenyatta is fully behind Raila Odinga. Though that's an analysis we'll do in our next video. As things are right now, I'm seeing an East African bloc that is heading towards fielding one candidate in the name of Raila Odinga. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.